Woo! Welcome, boys. Everybody says that you need discipline, not motivation, to truly succeed. And that is absolutely true. But discipline by itself is actually a very, very difficult thing. That's where most people fail. But what if there is a way to make discipline so much easier? And there is. It's called obsession. And that's what I'm going to try and show you today. My breakout 6 months, where I went from making almost no money to hitting my first $20,000 month doing affiliate marketing, was fueled by this, an obsession. So I'm going to run you boys through it now, how you can use this in your life and how you can get all the benefits when you combine this with your discipline. Obsession is going to absolutely decimate any form of motivation you have every single time. And the reason for that is because motivation is just something we feel. It's just a feeling. If we're feeling good that day, we're going to charge into battle. We're going to go do our work. If we're not feeling good, it's going to be so much harder. We're going to take a day off and we're going to reset our progress. Obsession is not affected by this. When we're truly obsessed by something, when we truly see something in our mind and we envision it so clearly and it's all we want for ourselves, it doesn't matter if we're feeling bad that day. We're going to go after that anyway because we know that's what we truly want. Referencing the title of this video, addicts will never wait until later. If they're fiending for their next hit, they're going to do whatever they need to do. They're going to take that action now to go get it. And a lot of people who are addicts are going to be at rock bottom 24/7, just trying to get that next rush. But in that rock bottom, they're not letting that stop them. They're still taking the actions because they have that singular obsession with just one thing. So they're going to do whatever it takes to go forth and get it. If we can take that same obsession and we can apply it to something else, if we can apply it to chasing our goals and going after our dream life, we can get the same results. We can get that result regardless of how we're feeling, and we'll be forever thankful once we do because our life is going to be abundantly different. I can look around myself now and think, oh my goodness, wow, I'm so grateful that I did what I did 2 years ago so I can enjoy the life I enjoy now. Everybody says a lot about balance, especially when you're young. But if we're keeping it real here, if you really want to break out, it's going to take a lot more effort than what most people think. If we're looking for balance straight away, it's going to take a lot longer to break through and we're going to waste many years in the process. What you need a short period of absolute obsession where absolutely nothing else matters in your life apart from the goal which you truly want to achieve. It's not going to last forever, but we need to lock down a time period and say, this is my time. This is where I care about nothing else. I've blocked out my calendar. It's going to happen now. Once we adopt that and once we start moving like that, success becomes inevitable. If we do so much work that success actually becomes unreasonable not to achieve, we're guaranteed to win down the track. And when we take this laser focus, we can create results which you would not be able to dream of. When I first went into the affiliate marketing space, I went in with a lot of limiting beliefs thinking, okay, if I can just get this to cover my living expenses, I can move out to Thailand and then I can try and build up something seriously. I never once thought in my wildest dreams we'd hit 20K a month in our first few months of operating. That was not something I thought possible in my mind. But this obsession brought it into reality. And that's where we get it from the addict as well. We've only got that one thought in our mind. We've only got that laser focus chasing down that one goal. And when we do that, we're always going to get what we're chasing. Even if it's not immediately, it is guaranteed to come by if we're just throwing all our ammunition at the one goal, repeatedly reloading, boom, boom, boom. We are going to get there. We're going to achieve that. But if we've got 10 different things that we're splitting our focus between, if we're going to work in the day, if we're going to the gym, if we're cleaning up the house when we get back, if we're worrying about trying what stocks are going to go up, if we're splitting our focus between multiple things, it's going to get so much harder. So we're going to try and narrow it down to just one. And we're going to execute on just one because that's all that matters to us anymore. So if you don't have your one thing yet, pick your one thing. Obsess over it. Think about that 24/7, day, night, when you're lying in bed. Think about it and execute on it. Because thinking is only going to get us so far. The execution is what's truly going to change our lives. And if we keep relentlessly charging at it, reality is going to bend to our will and we will break through. The man who commits to one path will run laps around the man dabbling in 5. Jack of all trades, master of none, still far better than a master of one, whatever. People who've got a couple of little skills here don't truly break out. We're going to become a master of one. I think that's far better. Why not? Once you're a master of one, perfect. You can have all that spare time. You can go do something else. But you need to become a master of one first. Otherwise, we're operating constantly from somewhere we do not want to be. So we don't need more goals. We don't need more to-do lists. We just need more obsession, and we just need to attack it with more intensity. Obsession can both be good and bad. Obviously, an addict is going to use obsession completely the wrong way and ruin their lives. However, if we channel that towards something positive, it can only do good for us. That's going to be good or bad depending on where you aim it and depending what your goal is when you use this in your life. You've got a real fire in you. You've got a real passion. A lot of us wake up in the morning and just wish we had something worth doing to live a dream life, to live wherever you might see yourself. That might look completely different to where I see myself, but whatever gives you that fire inside, whatever gives you that passion in your belly, that's what we're going to obsess about. That's what we're going to become fantastic in. When we're executing, execute like your life absolutely depends on it. Go super, super hard. Think yourself backed into a corner. Think you have to make this work. There is no other option. There is no way out. Don't give yourself safety bridges. Don't even waste time thinking about something else. We're going to make this work, and we're going to make this work now. And a lot of people will say you have to be in a positive state. You've got to be happy, thankful, etc. Yes, those are all good. But I've actually made a lot more progress when I've allowed myself to feel those negative emotions and then channel them somewhere productive. Anger, the shame, the pressure, all these things, let them fuel you. Use the pain that you experienced in your daily life as a motivation for not wanting to experience that anymore. There's nothing wrong with leaning into those negative emotions for a time to give yourself the breakout, so long as you're keeping your focus on where you want to go. And if we look back in history, we see so many men, which are now labeled as monsters for good reasons, but using an obsession, they're able to take over the world and do sometimes horrific things. But that's what it was. It was the one-track mind, and they weren't going to stop at anything to achieve their goals. And when we're doing this, all of us have many things we want to do. We want to get jacked, we want to make money, we want to do X, Y, Z. That's why we're going to take a period where we're just going to think about one thing. The addict wakes up and he thinks about one thing. We need to be doing that as well. If we don't wake up in the morning and we're straight away thinking about our mission, about what we want to achieve, we're not being as serious as we can be. We've still got more power we can tap into there. That true locked in energy gives you a momentum and gives you a drive and gives you a power that no one else can compete with. We're going from a casual to a professional. We're taking this seriously because our life does depend on it. Our life path does. That's the reality. So let's treat it like that. Let's give it the respect it deserves. It's not a hobby for us anymore. It's survival. We get one shot at this life, so we're going to take it very seriously. And if we get it wrong, we don't get another chance. That in itself is motivation enough, lads. And so we're not going to go looking for balance. We're going to look for absolute domination just for a period of time. Then when we break through, we can either choose to, okay, structure our life for a bit more balance because we've already got what we set out to do. Or if you're loving it, just run with it. Shoot for the stars. It depends if you want to be good or if you want to be the best, and only you can decide that for yourself. I don't truly understand why so many people refuse to lean into this, refuse to take all aspects of the emotion they use, throw it in the fire and use it as a fuel to push themselves forward. A lot of people are afraid of that. They're afraid of what could happen. But every high performer, every person who's at the top of their field is obsessed. They've got that one-track mind. Look at someone like Conor McGregor. He had the world at his feet. And there was only one thing in his mind. It was training and training hard and doing everything he could to be at the top of his game. There wasn't room for anything else in his life. And that absolutely paid off for him. And if we take this hunger, it's not going to be dangerous for us so long as we have that direction and we're pushing it towards a clear goal. When we have our goal, when we see it clearly in our mind, when we get excited and obsessed about it, that's our superpower that we have. And that's what we can do, which other people are afraid to do, which is why they're going to stay stuck. No obstacle becomes a problem. We can smash through any setback. Not always going to be easy, but our obsession is going to find a way. Again, the addict, they're not going to take some setback and say, okay, I'm just going to get clean now. Of course they wouldn't. They have one thing they want and they're going to stop at nothing. So we don't need to try and find a way to fix our obsession. We don't need to try and sort of calm it down to fit in. Run with it. Find a reason to use it. Find a reason to let yourself go, take off the brakes, and just absolutely charge for it, lads. And it really is as simple as that. I had fantastic results from embodying this in my life and allowing myself just to go for it. And I think you will too if you execute on this. So if you enjoyed this video, lads, drop a comment. Let me know what you're going to become obsessed about. What are you going to charge through brick walls to achieve? Very exciting stuff. Let me know. It'll be unique to you. So smash the like on the video, share it to every single person you know. And as always, lads, I'll see you in the next video.